This podcast is brought to you by ONNIT. Go to ONNIT.com and look at the great selection of supplements. If you find something you like, press in code Joey and get 10% off delivered right to your house. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Thursday, the 28th of July. The joint is brought to you by Blue Chew. Listen, confidence can take you far in life. It can also take you far in the bedroom. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable tablet at a fraction of the cost. You can take these pills anytime, anywhere, and be ready whenever the opportunity arises. Let's pretend you're going to wash laundry and you bump into a victim. And on the drive home, you pop your little pill. It's in your wallet. It comes in a little container, personal packages, a pouch, and that's it. You're ready to rock. And I know you probably don't have erectile dysfunction, but you always want to show up with a backup, right? You're not going to show up to fucking war with one gun. You're going to show up with 3 guns. The same thing it is with Blue Chew. So do me a favor. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part is it's all done online. No doctor's office, no browbeating, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew tablets are made in the US of A, Jack. Shipped in a discreet package. Your mailman won't even know it. So you can benefit from the extra confidence when it's time to sling dick. Blue Chew can help. Try Blue Chew for free. What did you say, Joe? Free, cocksucker, when using promo code Joey, Joey. Just pay a fin, $5 for shipping. Blue Chew, code Joey for your first month free. Do me a favor, visit BlueChew.com to get your free little fucking blue nightmares. And for important safety information, I want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. The joint is also brought to you by DraftKings. UFC 277 is on deck, Jack, and DraftKings Sportsbook is ready to go. They're the official sports betting partner of the UFC. Now, this Saturday, Juliana Pena, the rematch against Amanda Nunes. New customers, you bet $5 on any fighter to win, and I'm going to get you 100 free bets, win or lose. Want even more action? Here's where the party starts. You can also double your winnings on a same-game parlay. Combine multiple bets like which fighter will win and how long the fight will last. Just place your bet, place your little fucking action with UFC 277 same-game parlay. If it's hits, you win double. And if you add, the more legs you add, the more money you win. I'm excited for fucking Brian Moreno. I'm excited to see the Black Beast. I'm very excited for Juliana Pena. So if I was you, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Joey. Bet a fin on any UFC fighter to win and get 100 in free bets no matter what. That's code Joey this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner. Remember, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Withdraw your cash whenever the hell you want. You understand me? So, do me a favor. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code Joey, and get ready to put $100 in free bets in your pocket no matter what. The joint is also brought to you by Stamps.com. Listen, when you're running a small business, every second counts and every dollar counts. Time is money. Chop, chop. Why go to the post office when you could be using Stamps.com? Make shipping and mailing quick, easy, and cost-effective. Now, how easy is Stamps.com? Jesus Christ. They give you access to all post office and UPS shipping services. Save up to 30% off on USPS rates and over 86% on UPS. All you need is a regular computer and a printer. Print official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere. So do me a favor, stop wasting your time. We've been on Stamps.com since 2009. My wife loves it. I love it. You package it, you put it in the box, the mailman picks it up. It's that easy. Stop saving time and start saving money with Stamps.com. No long-term commitments or contract. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code Joey. It's that simple. Now with that, let's get this party started. It's Thursday. I got a lot to talk about.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Thursday the 28th. Sorry about this week. We didn't put a podcast out on Monday and Wednesday. We switched it up to Tuesday and Thursday because we were busy. It was the fucking weekend. We're out there doing things. But anyway, it's a great motherfucking day to be alive. I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday. I put the tickets up for sale for my residency in New York City at the Sony motherfucking theater. The first one kicks open September 17th. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm a little fucking excited. When I saw the poster, that's not going to be the real poster, but when I saw the poster, it made my fucking dick hard, all right? I'm happy I could do comedy. I don't have to get on planes. I don't have to deal with 20,000 people or the bullshit. It's exactly what the fuck I wanted. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about planning. Like, when you have a career, like, I had no fucking planning at all. So I did what I did. Yes, there was a plan, but I never put a time window on it. The reason why I want to talk to you about this today is because I was talking to our guest, who you'll see later on a fucking Zoom, and we were talking about the window that is whatever you decide to go in. I recently found out, not recently, a couple of years ago, that the NFL running back, the average career span is like 3 to 4 years or something like that. They get hurt. But then you see like Walter Paytons and all that shit and people who've lasted dozens of careers, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Anyway, and it's just so weird how I wish I would have done things differently as a comic. Even though, things happen the way they did, sometimes I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have had... If I would have had an income coming in the daytime, I wouldn't have done the desperate things I did at night. I'm going to tell you one of the most desperate things I fucking... Like, there was one Christmas after The Sopranos, guys. I think it was the Christmas of 2007. I had just gotten off of coke. And that December, it was like any other December. My career only worked in September and December. December, for me, in the film world, is fucking tremendous. What I would do in fucking December and September, that was my month, too. So, what was I talking about? I don't even fucking know. That vapor pen killed me. So, this one December, I always figured out a way to pay for Christmas. Like we all have... Fucking Christmas comes and we don't put shit away and we save our Christmas shopping for the 23rd or the 24th. That's me, that's how I didn't have money to fucking buy November, or layaway and shit. There was nothing like that in my life, layaway. So fucking, every year, like one year I was fucking broke in 2002 and I went to an audition and, I didn't get the part. It was some stupid thing. But on the way out, some guy came up to me and said, hey, man, I'm doing these commercials, and you're fucking perfect. I could cast you right now. The only problem is it's a non-union commercial, but you're going to make $3,000 for 2 days, flat pay. And I'm like, because usually when you shoot a commercial, you shoot the commercial, and then they pay you to hold you in the different markets. So you know exactly what's going on. When it's non-union, they just give you a one-time shot. Now, maybe on that commercial, I could have made $50,000. Who gave a fuck? The reason I did all these jobs was because I wasn't putting money away. I was too busy being a fucking junkie. Now the holidays coming, I got no fucking money. So I had to work 3 days on a Mars bar commercial. But this motherfucker gave me $3,000 in cash, like in 20s. I hadn't seen $3,000 in cash in 20s since I fucking sold coke. So I'm like, yeah, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But every fucking December, I would always nail something. And there's 1 year, here's the year I quit coke. I'm thinking fucking life is great. FitSoda, cocksuckers. I'm thinking to myself, life is great. You know, I'm clean, but my money was light for the holidays. And, I look at, listen, when you're a comic, whatever you do, you look at breakdowns of what jobs are coming up. I look at Castnet, I think at the time, had little jobs. Actors Access had jobs. That's how I booked Cold Case. I booked a couple things off Actors Access where you submit yourself. I submitted myself for a Soprano Christmas dinner. I've never told anybody this shit, so I'm telling you today. That's how broke I was, guys. You know,
Thing, like a Tony and Tina's wedding?
Don't embarrass me more than when I'm embarrassed, Mike. It's hard enough for me to get the fucking words out, you know. So I had to go to like fucking Orange County on a Sunday night. I had to be there at 6, and there was a lookalike Paulie who didn't look like Paulie. It was a lookalike Tony who, in real life, he was Tony Soprano's double on the job. He did a lot of doubling for him. And then there was a Chris Maltasani who was just an Italian kid. And I was supposed to be pussy. They were going to pay me $750 for the Christmas party. So what you had to do is walk in. They gave you a wardrobe, which I brought my own because they were going to give me some low bracket jacket. So I brought my own, and I fucking, you have to walk in. Everybody claps. You know, I'm feeling really fucking creepy at this point. And I sit down, and they start talking to me in fucking Italian and shit, and I got to make believe like I'm a big pussy. It was fucking embarrassing, guys. So what you do is, I think they showed an episode, and then we ate some horrible ravioli and shit, and then we have to go mingle for 2 hours with people. And guys, that's why I don't go to Comic-Cons. Like my brother said, you gotta go to Comic-Cons, you'll make so much money. Listen, I don't want to talk to nobody. What are you gonna talk about? What are you gonna talk about? When you did the longest yard, you want me to wear my shirt and my helmet and live in that fuck? I don't like none of that shit, guys. There's things that people could do, and there's like, I can't do Cameo. I don't want to do Cameo. When I do Cameo, it's fucking later. You know, I wanted to take a break from fucking videos, because how many videos that we got up of just smoking dope and whatnot. So anyway, fucking, I had to talk to these people for 2 hours. And I don't know who was worse, the cast that I had to sit with or them. The people were like fucking asking me stupid questions and shit. And then when I go find refuge at the table, those guys were pounding me. Listen, we could do this everywhere. We could do this as a tour. And I'm like, guys, I don't want to do no tour. I don't even want to do this. I'm just doing this for the small 750 just so I could buy my girlfriend's fucking something. I'm not doing this for a tour. Dog, it didn't stop. They're like, we should do a tour. And the guy that put it together, he's like, oh my God, we should do it fucking for Valentine's Day and then for Mother's Day. And they want to do like a Tina and Tony's wedding. And I'm like, oh God. And the whole time, you know me, I'm yesing them to death. You know, the guy's like, I'm going to give you a bonus. This is great. He gave me like a $50 bonus. But those dudes were so fucking like desperate. Like it was like, you know, when somebody comes up to you and he says, I'm Tony Soprano's body double. You know, I wouldn't tell nobody if I was Tony Soprano's body double. Like, that's me getting shot. That's me getting thrown into rivers. That's me walking on fire. I just can't, you know, I just can't. So I did that, guys, and I can't tell you how embarrassed I was. And for 3 months after that, that promoter and each one of those characters called my house or sent me emails. I only did it once. Fuck you. Once was enough. I went home and I'm like, I got to work a little harder as a comic. It's time to write some fucking goodies here, make some Joey Karate video, something. That's when all that shit came up. When, you know, you're just shooting shit. There's another thing I did one Christmas. It's on fucking YouTube. Somebody sent it to me. It was like a week before fucking Christmas. And I got a call from a dear friend of mine. He's like, hey, Joey, we're in a spot. We hired a fat actor. And he didn't show up, you know, and we need to do this scene today. Because it was the holidays. Like, they need to do we're breaking on fucking Thursday. It's Tuesday. We need this fucking fat guy. Listen, don't take any insult to this, but would you do this? And I go, what's it pay? And they're like, $500. I'm like, ugh. I was holding out. He was a friend of mine. He goes, hold on 1 second. He comes back on the phone. He goes, I get you $1,000. I go, where is it? He goes, downtown LA. I went all the way down there. I get there, guys, and they take me. A guy come, oh, Joey, yeah. He shakes my hand. He walks me into the back, and these really creepy looking women. They were all big and shit. They had blue hair and stuff, and they weren't very nice. They sat me down. They go, take off your clothes. And I'm like, what? And they're like, take off your clothes. I'm not taking off shit. They're like, we got to powder you. I go, what? And they're like, yeah, you don't even know what the scene is? You're playing a cherub with little underwears on, and fucking they're going to put candies all over you or something. I don't fucking know, and they got to rip them off. Meanwhile, I'm 400 fucking pounds. And I'm sitting on this couch like this, like a cherub. And I'm no, and I'm naked all the way to the fucking thong, and I'm sitting there like this, and I'm like, and they're putting stuff on me, guys. On the ride home, I think I cried. I fucking cried on the ride home. I got into this to do stand-up, not to be a Sopranos body double, not to be a fucking whatever. So I was like, that's it. I got to work harder. But these are the jobs that you do to make ends meet. Sometimes you got to do these jobs. It's like Mike has a band, and they want to play rock music. They want to play Nirvana. But one day they got a call to do a wedding, and they got to switch it up. Nobody wants to hear Nirvana at a fucking wedding. They want to hear, I don't want to dance, whatever, all those creepy fucking songs at a wedding, now and forever, all that shit, fucking looks that kill is not going to work at somebody's fucking wedding. Every time those guys do that, they're breaking away from who they are. And it's painful. Even if they're getting $1,500 from the gig and they can split it 3 ways, it's painful because that's not what you set out to do. And listen, experience is experience, okay? When you're a third-year comic, if somebody says to you, listen, we want you to fucking warm up at a strip club, you're going to bomb every show. You've been bombing for years as an opener, and now you're going to bomb for sure. You're going to dread that fucking job of going down to that strip club. It sounds luxurious. You get a dinner, you get to see the strippers, then you get down and the strippers are junkies. The steak got pubic hairs on them, and the fucking but this is what it is. I'd rather do that in a comedy club or a burlesque place that's dirty than fucking have to do something that I didn't want to fucking do. And trust me, guys, as a comic, I did thousands of things that I look at now and I go, what the fuck was I thinking? I didn't suck a dick. I didn't take it in the ass. But shooting me naked with the thong on, picking cherries out of my fucking neck and all that shit, that's humiliating. That is humiliating. Yeah, when you look at the check, it makes things better. I remember I was watching D.L. Hughley one night, and he came out and he goes, I know you motherfuckers watch Soul Plane. He goes, how do you think I felt cashing that check? I had to wear a fucking disguise to the bank. I fucking lost it because I know exactly how he felt, You just do some creepy fucking things. Well, that was one time when I was doing a bunch of non-union shit, and I would have to go there on Thursday. Every Thursday at 7 a.m., they would pay me $500 to sweep. So it was like an ad for a bus company or something in Europe, and I would be on Marina Del Rey, and it would show the ocean, and there'd be a fence, and all I'd have to do is sweep. Just do this, like sweep, and do a little dance, and they'd just stand there and put the broom down and go, and then that's it. I would do that every fucking Thursday for the small nickel. I had to get up at fucking 5:30. Yes, what is it, Joey? It was a commercial for something in Europe, and here I am dancing to some European music. I don't even know what it is. I never even seen the final product. There's people in Europe right now that probably hate me. I don't fucking know. But my point is, guys, that it's always great to have something that you make money. If I could do it all over again, I would have had a security blanket, something. I would have had some type of safety net, 20 hours, 30 hours that I could fucking collect a pension. And if the comedy looks like it's starting to really fucking take off, Dave Chappelle's flying you around a helicopter, then I guess you fucking quit. You know what I'm saying? But that it's just so weird how when you think you want to be a musician, or you think it's like if you're an artist and you want to draw art, and also when somebody comes to you and says, I want you to paint an attic. And you're like, what the fuck? Well, $1,000, I could use the money. You'll paint the fucking attic and put a fucking Prince signature up there, that fucking thing, the sign, whatever the fuck. But so plan it out, guys. I know it's cool not to do comedy and to fucking have a day job. It's not cool. It's not cool. I mean, some of my best times was hanging out with Ralphie May at his house and writing jokes in the afternoon, smoking pot, splitting a fucking sandwich, and that's what it's about to be a comic. But always have your bases covered, because you don't want to be like your Uncle Joey and have to do things you don't want to fucking do. And then you get there and you're like, what the fuck? If you ever see, I did National Lampoon's Dirty Show in 1998. Me, Rich, Brian Holtzman, oh my God, a bunch of us. When you see that, you're like, holy shit, that's really bad. But they paid me $1,000, I sold my fucking soul, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said before, it's better than getting a massage from Harvey Weinstein. You know what I'm talking about? I'd rather fucking do a job I don't want to do than get a job from Harvey Weinstein. Anyway, I got a fucking guest today. How's that for you motherfuckers? I've been talking your ears off, giving you goddamn ear beatings and shit. It's over. I had to get a guest in here. You can't put all the weight on me. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some more interesting guests. TJ English is coming in to promote his book. I got fucking some surprise guests. We're going to try at least, you know what I'm saying? But today, we got Chris Camozzi, and we're talking about FitSoda, the company he works for, and we're always talking about just fight careers in UFC. We forgot to talk about UFC 277. They have some picks, but I did MMA Junkie this morning, and we made some picks on there. I don't know if I'll bet those motherfuckers. But anyway, I love you motherfuckers. I won't see you afterward. We're going to go right to fucking ads. I'll see you Monday. Tip Top Magoo, ready to fucking go. I love you with all my heart. Don't forget UFC this week. Stay out. And don't forget Sony Theater. The tickets are up. The rest is up to you. If you haven't been to New York lately, fly in. Take your wife to dinner. I don't know, bring mom. Come visit your fucking grandchildren. Whatever. I'm not coming to you this year. You're coming to me until February. So, SonyHall.com for tickets. $40 tickets, $10 service fee. I tried to keep them low for you motherfuckers. I love you. Enjoy Chris Camozzi. What's happening, Chris Camozzi, you handsome devil, you?
How you doing? I figured it out finally. I use my phone.
I know you would. You're a fucking smart guy. It's funny, I told I was MMA Junkie wanted me to call in today. And I go, the time they gave me, I go, I got to call in to Chris Camozzi. And he goes, send Chris my love and tell him his girlfriend is beautiful. I go, you fucking tell him. Yeah, she is a fucking knockout. I go, both of them are fucking beautiful. You don't know who you want to swap spit with.
No, I appreciate it. She was out here helping me try to figure out the computer, and then I was like, I'm just going to use the phone. I don't know.
Fuck it. You look great. How's Denver?
It's good, man. It's been hot. You're
How
out in
long
New
have
Jersey,
you lived
right?
in Denver?
Man, I've been in Denver since like 97.
Holy shit.
Yeah, haven't left.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I like this city. One of these days I should probably move out and branch out a little bit, but it's a fun city.
No, you're young. That's a great place to be, man.
Yeah, you used to come out here. You used to live out here a long time ago, right?
You came out from Long Island, right?
No, I moved here with my family from the Bay Area in California.
Did you? Oh, I thought you were a Long Island boy for some reason.
No, I just go out there a lot, train with those guys.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. No, I went out there. A friend of mine was big out there. Like, he had settled out there after college, and he invited me out, and I thought it was great. But we lived in Basalt, Colorado, then, which is next to Aspen. Then we
Yeah.
moved to Snowmass Village. And then I wasn't a big Boulder dude. There were too many fucking hippies walking around at that time. A lot of stinky people. The first time I went to Boulder, I'm like, I'll never come back here. That's how strong I was against Boulder. I'm like, I'll never come back here. And then
I can see it.
And then in 85, I went back. I left Denver for about a year. And I was headed to Colorado Springs. And on the plane, some black dude was like, nah, man, you ain't going to go down there and hang out with fucking the Army. You need to be in Boulder where the pussy's at. And I'm like, what are you talking? I was 21. He goes, you're a young guy. Go to Boulder. And I fell in love with it that time. And I stayed from 95 to, I was a Colorado person from 83 to 95.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know you were out here that long.
And I started Denver. I started comedy in Denver. And I got locked up in Colorado. So
I know that story.
Yeah, so Colorado and me have a great fucking relationship. I love it there. I won't go back to Boulder because I'm embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I won't go back to Boulder because after I left there, I realized how much havoc I caused in a beautiful community.
Oh, I mean, they cause their own havoc now.
Oh,
man.
I know.
CU is one of the party schools out there.
But it was fucking nuts in Boulder. Now it's a little bit more calm, I guess. I haven't been there in 20 years.
Man, I don't know if you'd like it now. It's beautiful, right? But there's still the hippies there, but they're all hippies with money. So
Right.
they're very like snobby, snooty.
Right.
I'll probably get some flack for that since I live right here, but
No, you won't. They know it. They know. They call Boulder the People's Republic of Boulder anyway.
oh
It's
yeah,
its
if you
own,
drive
yeah, it's its own fucking country in there. Like, that's why when the shooting happened last year, I was in shock for like a week.
yeah,
That's not
that
supposed
was-
to happen in Boulder.
No, I mean they're about as liberal as it gets, and it's very like peace and love hippie out there. Yeah, I was surprised too when that whole thing went down. I was like, Boulder, what?
I was in shock. It kind of bothered me a little bit. I used to shop at that King Soopers. I used to shoplift at that King Soopers. That was my favorite. The seafood department. The guy would just give us food. He'd go, just walk out with it. Don't put it on me. Because you know how they charge you with seafood? He wouldn't charge us. He'd go, I know you guys are shoplifting. So
That's a good dude right there.
good fucking dude from Louisiana. I never forgot him. You still fighting?
Yeah, man. So I haven't like officially retired or anything. I've just been on a delay. I'm a free agent right now. I left the PFL last year. I went through their season, did real well, and now just kind of like sorting out some options. You know, I'll do it a few more years probably if it's available. But man, the money's got to be right. You know, I love doing it. Fighting's my favorite thing to do. I still train every day, but the days of like going in there and sacrificing myself for these promoters to make all the money is kind of over.
It's a fucking nightmare, ain't it, man? The business side of it. All you want to do is fight.
Oh,
All
man.
I wanted to do is crack stupid fucking jokes.
Yeah.
And then you look at the contracts and you're like, what the fuck happened to the jokes? They're sucking me dry here. You know, they give you money, but then they're like, oh, you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, you got to pay for that. And people have no idea how many expenses you get when you work theaters and shit like that. And then they contact you for money for promotion, and you're like, what are you talking about? You're not even buying ads or anything. You're fucking putting a little flyer on your table. So I guess it's got to be the same with the UFC. A buddy of mine called me the other day, and he wants me to read his book. And he wanted it's something he called an expose on the NFL. You know, like you grow up all your life wanting to play football, and then you get to the NFL and they break your balls from A to Z. You know, like the NFL likes you, they work with you. If not, I did the longest yard with Brian Bosworth, and he told me they used to fine him his game salary for wearing his shirt outside his pants.
Yeah, they have a ton of fines. I think even if like they wear the eye paint, you know, if that runs down and it's not clean. A few of my buddies in the NFL were telling me like the list of fines that those guys can get each game. It's insane.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah. But yeah, it's no, I'll probably fight a couple more times. We'll see. Like I said, the money's got to make sense. It's a weird game now. Like you were just saying, now they're like, how many followers do you have? These promoters, you know, how many tickets do you sell? All of this. I just had this conversation with a promoter recently where he's like, well, how many tickets are you going to sell? And I said, well, at some point, it's your job to be the promoter and promote the fight. I show up and fight. If you want me to do both, then pay me for both jobs.
And what
that didn't go over that well.
No, it doesn't. It never does. They don't like that. They want people who just say yes and play their fucking song. But then you read through it and you start going, I work so hard. I work 7 days a week on this. And I'm giving away this fucking money to these people who are just basically pimps.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I'll say the best thing about the UFC is they never mention ticket sales to you. They don't ask you to sell a thing. They just ask you to show up, do your job. They take care of it. They're like a marketing machine, you know, so they deserve a ton of credit in that way. Because I know even like promotions like Bellator and stuff ask some of those fighters to be slanging tickets, you know, and you're trying to focus on training and working out and not getting your head taken off. So that's just an extra step that most of these promotions are throwing in there on you.
Now, what do they want you to do? Go to a fucking mall and give away tickets in the mall? Try to convince people to buy tickets at the mall? Like, it's people either want to go or they don't want to go, Chris.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
It's always you get. In my world, it was always 60% up front, and then 2 days before the show, you sell all these tickets because people have to make up their minds what the fuck they're doing. I know if you call me and go, I'm playing November 11th, I'm not going to buy those tickets till like mid-October, unless you call me and go, they're selling out really quick. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing November 11th or whatever the fuck it is, so.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow, you know? I don't even know if I'm going to be alive then. So, like,
no,
how am I
that's
going
the
to buy
same way I
tickets?
do it. I fucking hate making plans sometimes. It's like, then they call you back. Well, if we don't meet on this, and you're like, wow, let's just meet. Let's just get to the fucking meet. And then we'll worry about the variables and stuff like that. So you contacted me. You're always a good fucking dude. You always talk to me and shit, but you sent me some FitSoda, and it blew my fucking mind. The lemon lime and the originals you sent me were lemon lime and fucking the orange vanilla blend. I forget what they call that shit. The creamsicle.
Yeah, the orange cream.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, that orange cream is tremendous. So
I just had some more sent out to you the other day, so you should be getting it.
Thank you. And then you sent me the cherry.
Yeah, there's
cherry.
There's
Coke, like a cherry Coke, some type of thing.
Yeah, black cherry cola and then root beer vanilla float.
Let me tell you something. The root beer vanilla float, I drank that shit after I smoked 3 fucking joints. You understand me? That shit takes it to the next level. That's my favorite.
Too.
I tell you what, I think my favorites are fucking creamsicle by them, and the root beer float is tied. I mean, they're fucking delicious as shit. And I like the lemon lime is up there too. I think black cherry is the only one I'm kind of weird with. I finished them already. Don't get me wrong. I'll drink them. You know, I love that shit after you work out. But what are they for? Are they after workout, pre-workout?
So it's all of the above, right? It's a hydration drink. It's a healthier option to soda. So essentially, you know, most of us as kids drink soda and everything is full of sugar. It's full of all that crap. I mean, Coca-Cola, we use it to take acid off the car battery, you know? Imagine what that does to your stomach. So FitSoda came in. Their original product was Koyos, which is a nootropic drink. Good for your brain. It's got a ton of vitamins and stuff in it. And then FitSoda now is the newer product. What that is it's hydrating, but it tastes like soda. It's got electrolytes in it. It's got BCAAs in it. No calories, no sugar. So it's a healthier option for you. Like kids can drink it. There's no caffeine in it. We're making an energy drink form, most likely. And we've got a few other ideas, some new flavors coming out, but you can drink them all day long. You know, you don't need a reason to drink it.
No, the other one there. Right here, you bad motherfuckers. It's goddamn delicious, this shit.
That's my favorite one.
This is superb. Superb.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like with me working for them now, you know, I'm the brand manager. That's kind of what put me in this position with the fight promotions. That's why I've been out so long is I don't need it. Like I don't need to fight. I want to fight. So I'm just looking for the right deal that works for me, that's worth the time and, you know, sacrificing my body, like I said. So it's a good option to have because a lot of fighters in the beginning, that's all they do, you know? And so there's guys I know that take fights just because they need the money. it's not even a good matchup for them. It's not a good show, stuff like that. You know, I see it in the gym all the time. Guys are like, well, I got to do it, even if they're hurt or whatever. So now I put myself in a position to actually be able to choose. I can sit back and decide when I want to fight, where I want to fight, and if it makes sense. So it's been a great thing because they started out as one of my sponsors. I was the first athlete they ever had. And then just building that relationship over time turned into a job.
It's fucking the way it happens, brother. But, you know, you brought up a great point. Chris, when I got into comedy, if you had a day job, you were a fucking Momo. You know? Yeah. And your job was to get good at comedy so you didn't have to have a day job anymore. And then you get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm ready to cross over. And then you give up your job, you tell your boss to suck your dick, and you go on your journey as a comic. And that's all great and dandy. But now, looking at lives and how times have changed, for me right now, I wish I wouldn't have had the felonies because I would have got a day job. I would have got a great day job. And I would have became a weekend comic that just goes out Friday. The job would understand. Listen, I leave Friday mornings. I'm here all week with you. I'll sell everything you want me to sell. But Friday, I go to Nebraska. You know, you don't have to be at a punchline to be a great comic. You don't have to be at a great theater to be a great comic. There's 1,000 comics that make a living on their terms. They never wanted to push the boundaries beyond that. And I appreciate it, you know. Now at 59, I love doing comedy and shit, but at the same time, I wish I would have had something to retire from. I didn't think that way when I started, and I didn't think that way while I was doing it. But I think it would have gave me I would have been more relaxed. I didn't have to do the things I didn't want to do, those stupid fucking gigs. You know, so it's the same thing. Listen, fighting and comedy is an art. It's an art. You know how I know? Because I could learn the same arm bar from closed guard and learn it 3 different ways. You know, like it's an art. It's a breathing art. So I understood fighting more after I joined jiu-jitsu, and then I mixed it all up together with comedy, and I see the comparisons with jiu-jitsu and comedy. After I get you laughing, I got to go to my safe place. That's my closed guard. Yeah. You know?
No, I see it.
That's why I breathe. That's why I get my thing. And then it's the same thing, breathing. So it's so weird with, I don't even know what I was going to say. I shouldn't have smoked that pot this morning, but no, I shouldn't have hit that vapor pen. But it's so weird how you learn from all 3. And I see fighters today that you know how they're going to end up. Doesn't take a fucking, you know, we grew up on boxing. You look at how some of these boxers end up. You read a story 10 years from now, they're broke, they're in a basement, they did a crime, they're in prison. I think you're intelligent enough to know that you wanted that security. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And then overlapping them, you know, use one for the other, because now I've got all these contacts from all over the world, and helping to build the brand of what I'm doing by using like friends and stuff, not using them, but now I work with a budget and everything. So I can turn around and pay friends and be their sponsor. You know, people that make sense and everything. I still have to be smart with the job, but I can use my fighting career to also propel this career, which was always my plan. And I wanted them to overlap. I didn't want to hit the end and then be like, now what the fuck am I going to do? You know?
Right now, I have a nice, calm life. I'm in Jersey. It's a little calmer than LA, a lot calmer. But I wish I had somewhere to go every day. Even if it was for 6 hours, 4 hours, you know, I'm like, whoa, how are you going to train in the daytime? Because I hate going to the gym at night. I could lift weights at night, but jiu-jitsu, by the time I get there at 6, I already ate a sandwich. Now you got to fucking roll. You know, it just sucks. So, but I would have done it. I wish I would have done like my friend Sam Tripoli now. He's a comic, but he also runs like a similar YouTube type page, you know, and he gets a little money from that. All that shit helps, and it's great to still stay in the real world from time to time. So I get where you're coming from. You're a fucking smart dude, man.
Trying to be. Not always, but, you know, sometimes.
Where'd you go to college at?
I didn't. So I actually went for 1 semester in Durango, Colorado. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I did comedy there. They threw bottles at me.
Oh yeah, it wasn't for me. So I came back, and then I just started working. You know, I started working in clubs and stuff, and from there I got into training and everything. And then the first day I went into an MMA gym, I was hooked.
The first time you got punched in the head, you were ready to rock.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was getting in fights all over the place back then anyway, and then didn't know what I was doing, but seemed to be working out for me. And then when I started actually learning and, you know, doing Muay Thai, doing jiu-jitsu and stuff, I actually stopped getting in fights outside of the gym, because when you're in the gym, you're getting your ass kicked and you're fighting people all the time. The last thing you want to do is do that when you're having fun. And then it just kind of propelled, you know, I started working night jobs so that I could train all day. And then up until the UFC is when I quit the clubs and then just went full in on training.
You missed the UFC?
Yeah. I mean, I had a good time. You know, I always had a good relationship with them. They were always, they always treated me real well. I would still say it's the best run organization in the world. They take care of everything. I know there's a lot of people that complain about the fighter pay and all of that. Like, everybody always wants to make more money, right? Like, you want to make more money. I want to make more money. I think there'll always be that argument. But one thing I would say is that, like, their health system, as far as like taking care of the fighters if you get injured, is amazing. Their staff is amazing. Anything you need, anything you want, like fight week, they'll get it for you. In and out of camp, like, they have such a big production that they have somebody to contact you for anything you need. So it was actually, it was great to fight for them and like see how professional it could be.
One thing about the UFC, and I read a lot about the fighter pay, and Jake Paul's beating people up, and, you know, he wants to beat up Dana White and shit, you know, the whole thing. But you answered my doubts when you said something earlier. You said that when you fight for the UFC, you don't worry about selling tickets. Somebody takes care of that for you. And that marketing machine behind UFC is what, you know, I mean, I look at some of the fighter pay, and I know that they show comparisons sometimes. Like somebody said, I don't know, somebody fought in Bellator, and the guy made $500,000 more than him. It's absurd. But the healthcare system is big. If I get hurt, I know I could do that. You could also train at that UFC fucking duplex in Vegas, which I heard is state of the fucking art.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like, I heard it's just state of the art. So a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah. I mean, I do think like the fighters do deserve more money, of course, you know, but, you know, I don't think a union would be a bad idea. There's a lot of things that could change, but as far as like fighting goes, they're still doing the best. They're still on top. They're still taking care of everybody, at least better than every other promotion right now. So, I mean, there's always going to be improvements that could be made. And, you know, maybe in our lifetime, we'll see guys making the hundreds of millions of dollars. I honestly don't know where boxing gets all the money. We talk about it all the time.
The ticket prices and the pay-per-view. They've been doing it. They invented that fucking system, and the thievery and the whole, you know, Mike Tyson talks about it. But the UFC, I mean, listen, everybody's getting rich over there. Don't think Dana's doing this out of the courtesy of his heart. You know, the people, they're getting rich, and they have a big nut. That's what a lot of people don't understand also. They got a big fucking nut. That's a big nut that you don't see. We don't see everything. I can't imagine what their insurance bill is.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't imagine. So before I complain and talk about something I don't know, was a little disappointed about the union not coming together, because I heard about this union starting about 3 years ago. And I think the fighters really do need it. But the problem with fighting and the problem with stand-up comedy is that while we're building our union, there's always one dickhead that goes around us and that'll work for that pay or even less.
Exactly. There's some schmuck that's going to be like, I'll do it. And then they ruin it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unions are give and take too. There's plenty of bad things that come with the union. So I think it'll get dialed in. But right now, like, they're doing well. Those guys are doing well. Having the UFC during the pandemic was the best. There were no other sports on. I love what Dana does, man. Like, he's definitely got balls, and he'll be the forefront. He's the one that built that company. It is what it is because of him. And this isn't kissing ass. It's just, that's good business.
Hey, listen, I love Dana. There's days I wake up and I love Dana. And there's days I wake up and I go, fuck, Dana, what the fuck, you know? But at the end of the day, he does a great job. Listen, man, here's the other problem too, Chris, which you saw. You know, the NFL, the longevity of a running back is 3 years. When I heard that, I almost died. Because you play football all your life, you get to the pros, you run over people in college, and your longevity is 3 years. But not really. Then we have Barry Sanders, and we got the guy from Chicago. You got all these greats that played 10 years, whatever. The same with the UFC. It's a fucking coin toss. Like when I first went to LA, I gave myself a year. If nothing happens in a year, I'm going to stop in Colorado, stab my ex-wife, and then go to Jersey, and nobody will fucking find me in Jersey. That was my plan. But every time I shut that deadline down, I did something good.
Yeah.
I get a movie or a commercial, or somebody would tell you you're funny, you know. So with the UFC now, when you go into it, you got to go into it with a plan.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see those guys have pensions and stuff like the NFL guys. I think it's 5 years in, they get, pension for life, and they get health care for life. That would be amazing for MMA, because the guys come out banged up. I've got friends that are retired that they're not the same anymore.
No.
And it's a toll.
I was watching Barberena against the dude. He's 40 years old. Tremendous. They just fought about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Robbie Lawler.
Robbie Lawler. What a great fucking fight. The boxing, Robbie Lawler was great. Shots to the head. Then Barberena came back and knocked Bobby out. It was a great fight, but it's brain damage.
Man, yeah.
One of those
Lawler's
two guys is getting brain damage.
I mean, both of them probably. Lawler's one of my favorite fighters that's been around, man. He's a monster.
40 years old.
And he's been in some battles. You go back, look at some of the battles that guy's been in, man. He's a savage.
And that's why I love, there's a couple, listen, fighting is hard. You've seen these legend jiu-jitsu teachers. They're legends. They're great. But if you look at them now, watch when they walk in. They don't walk that good. Look at their hand grips. They're not that good, That's why I like Alberto Crane's tactical fitness. I do that.
I've seen that.
Oh, my God. He's got an app now. And, I did jiu-jitsu with Alberto. I know Alberto since I shot the longest yard in New Mexico. Before he even dreamed, when he just had a little school, and we used to all go in there and break his balls. But Alberto has a jiu-jitsu school. He's got a Muay Thai class there. But the class that's growing the most is a class he's got that's called tactical fitness. And it's basically active recovery. It's a 5-day program. And you run
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, you run it at the same time with jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, and it just takes care of your shoulders, your joints. It's really fucking dynamite. It's a lot of movement. They don't have it here, but once they do start a school, he sends me tapes from time to time. It's a yoga mix. It's yoga with kettlebells and club bats and pull-ups and weird push-ups and shit, but it's active recovery, and it's pretty good for you. But that would be the plan, to go into the UFC with goals, fight every 120 days, just be a fucking savage for 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. After every fight, I was like, how soon can I fight again? You can only get so long. So I was lucky enough to be with them for, I think it was about 8 years. Wow. We did 20 fights. And then, so I was just trying to stack them up. I was thinking the same thing. I like the paychecks. So I was like, let me fight 5-6 times a year and just keep racking up money.
I know the tickets are expensive for the UFC, but I tell this to everybody. I've been to boxing matches as a kid, at the Garden, like the Golden Gloves, and then, I've been to live football games, live basketball games. They're all great. The live experience is great. The UFC live experience is also really great.
Oh, yeah.
The whole fucking thing, from the prelims up to the main card with Bruce Buffer, and you see all the fighters coming in, and, it's great. I don't know if anybody has done it. I know it's expensive. I know that some of the tickets are fucking high-end, but just get yourself a cheap seat and go to an event, and it's fucking life-changing, guys. It really is. I went to, Thank God I was friends with Joe all those years. He brought me to like 30 events. I would have a blast at those things. I'd take edibles. I'd be gambling in the hallways with people. Like, we'd bring a bunch of singles, you know, and $5 bills. Nothing, not hundreds or nothing. Just people in the row. Just people that are sitting around you. We'd get fucking around. You know, we got Alex Jones high one time. We got him fucking baked on edibles. And he kept saying, edibles don't do nothing to me. Edibles don't do nothing to me. And finally, he sat behind me. I couldn't figure out why. When the chick came by, she's like, hi, what can I get you? And he's like, what do you got? And she's like, well, we have pretzels, peanuts, hot dogs, and something else. And he goes, give me one of each. Because they were fucking for free. But I looked at him, I go, I thought these things didn't get you high, cocksucker. He's over there eating pretzels and shit. Great time. So if you could catch a UFC fight, catch one.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to one in a minute, but even that, you remember the intro music? I don't know if they still do it, like the piano or whatever, and then it speeds up.
And it speeds up and stuff. No, it's a fucking great time, man. Chris, where can people buy this soda and read more about it? Because I think once people start reading about this and they taste it, they're going to lose their fucking minds, like I did.
Yeah, I mean, check out FitSodas.com. It's the easiest. We're on Amazon. We're in a ton of major retailers. On our website, we have a store locator. We're in Sprouts nationwide, and a ton of other big stores, but it depends on the state you're in. You know, you can get it on Amazon. I tell a lot of people that's the best. If you got Prime, they'll ship it for free because, you know, sodas are heavy. But, yeah, FitSodas.com, where you can check out everything on there, the story, all of that. We're even revamping the website. And we have a lot of big things coming. We just haven't announced it yet.
Where are you training these days?
I train at Genesis Training Academy here in Denver. It's in Arvada, actually, for MMA. That's where I do striking with my coach named Jake Ramos. And then I do jiu-jitsu at Catharo Training Center in Littleton, Colorado. And I also coach over there, too.
You're a bad motherfucker, dog.
I bounce the city all day.
Well, listen, when I come out, I'm going to come visit you, fuck around with you.
I
talked to my wife she asked me, what do you want for your 60th birthday? She goes, we got to start planning. And I go, I don't want no fucking party. I don't want none of that shit. So I go, I'll tell you what I would like. I would like to go to Colorado and show my daughter Boulder, Snowmass, and go up to Aspen. That's the week of bikini skiing.
There you go.
People ski in their bikinis and shit, and they fall and the tit pops out.
You're thinking ahead there.
No, but I used to go there 20 years ago. I can't imagine now with all the fake tits that come up from Dallas. They fucking flying through the air, one of those tits blows up, and you just sail away into fucking Snowmass. Chris, I love you, man. I'm happy you took the time today, man. You're a good guy, and I'm sorry we've been playing phone tag. It's just been fucking crazy lately.
Oh, no problem. I know you've been busy. I appreciate you having me on. Bro, I always listen to your show.
I fucking love you. You know that. Forever. So keep me posted. You need something, let me know. And thank you for the soda. And we'll talk. We'll talk this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Come out to Denver. I'll take you on a tour of Live Well, too. Their massive dispensary out here. Their grow house is something you've never seen before.
Really?
Yeah.
Live Well.
It's like, Live Well is the biggest one around here. They've been a sponsor of mine for a long time. But their grow house, the one they have here in Denver, is 200,000 square feet. It's massive. It'll blow your mind.
I just want to lay in the middle of it and take a nap and see what happens with all that fucking air and all those chemicals. I love you, buddy. Thank you for taking the time today, and I'll be in touch. All right, man?
All right, sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Black and beautiful, Tarzan. You got it.
Bye.
All right, you bad motherfuckers. The joint is brought to you by Stamps.com. Listen, when you're running a small business, every second counts. I'm going to make your life a lot easier. Shipping, mailing, quick, easy, and cost-effective with Stamps.com. Stamps.com is going to give you access to UPS shipping services and all post office services. You're going to save 30% on USPS rates, and you're going to save 86% off UPS. Listen, I don't care how small a business I don't care how small or big your business is. If you're sending T-shirts in the mail, and if you're not working with Stamps.com, I don't know what to tell you. Stop wasting time and start saving money when you use Stamps.com to mail and ship. Sign up with promo code Joey, and I'm going to give you a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Go to Stamps.com, Click on the microphone at the top of the page and enter code Joey. It's that simple. Listen, this weekend I got some huge fights. I got a great card. It's UFC 277, and then I'm wasting time, all right? DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC, has got a tremendous offer for you this Saturday. Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena, this is the rematch. They're going to be throwing fucking haymakers at each other. You're going to bet $5 on any fighter to win and get 100 in free bets, win or lose. Now, if you want more action, that's where DraftKings comes in with the same game parlay. Combine multiple bets like which fighter will win, how long the fight will last, over 2.5 rounds, under 4, whatever. Just place your UFC 270 same game parlay. And if it's hit, you hit double. Number 2, you ready for this one? The more legs you add, the more money you win. You could pick up submission. There's 1,000 things. I'm excited about UFC 277 because it's the Black Beast. It's Brian Moreno. I mean, it's a tremendous card. Now, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. You can withdraw your cash whenever the hell you want, no questions asked. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Joey, Joey. Bet $5 on any UFC 277 fighter to win and get 100 in free bets no matter what. That's code Joey this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. The joint is also brought to you by Blue Chew. Listen, we all need a hard dick. Confidence can take you far in life, but guess what? It can also help you in the bedroom. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you receive the prescription within days. It's that fucking easy. And the best part, it comes to your house. No doctor's visits, no pharmacy. You don't have to make eye contact. Blue Chew tablets are made in the US of A and shipped in a discreet package. Your fucking mailman won't even know what's in there. If you could benefit from extra confidence, and trust me, we all can, Blue Chew can help. Try Blue Chew for free when using promo code Joey. Just pay $5 for shipping, and you'll be slinging dick like fucking Wilt Chamberlain. I want to thank Chris Camozzi. I want to thank you guys for having my fucking back through thick and thin. Stay black. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you cocksuckers Monday morning. Tip top Magoo.